Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome to the Deadside Halloween event and update. In this video, we're going to be taking a in-depth look at what's new in this update and what's changed while you probably wait for the update to install. Oh, and before we start editing Loaf here, I kind of forgot to mention that I'm going to be going live on Twitch right after this video is up, so go ahead and hop in there if you have any questions for me, or if you just want to watch me play Deadside. Alright, let's actually get into the video. First, let's look at the event. Everything that was in last year's Halloween event has been put back into the loot pool, so your pumpkin masks, skull masks, etc. But this year we're going to be getting something new, and that's the Halloween weapon skins. These skins, just like the Halloween masks, will spawn around in the world, so you aren't going to have to farm bunker for them or anything. Here are a few images of these skins that you can expect. I'm not going to show you all of them because that does kinda ruin the fun of finding them in game. But I will tell you that there are seasonal skins for the M133, MS590, AKSU, AKMod, UMR, and MR5. Outside of that, we also have some new locations. None of them are named, and only one is actually marked on the map. The one that is marked is south of the factory. It's a decently large town with a bunch of these two-story buildings, some farming equipment, a basketball court, and lots of other structures. I think I really like it. It has lots of variety and lots of bushes and stuff. It also has a side area where easy missions can spawn. The easy mission will have military bots, so this town is actually a really good place to get started if you can make your journey over here. The other structures we have are two gas stations. I know the location of this one here on the map. I believe the other one is up north somewhere, but it looks pretty much the same. I've also heard there are other small new structures around on the map as well. Nothing crazy, but it's nice to see. So that's it for new content, but don't worry, we still have a lot more to talk about here. Honestly, for me, the focus of this update has not even been on the new content. I really see this update as a quality of life optimization sort of update. I've been able to get a lot of bugs fixed this update. Some of them are a lot more major than others. And I'm not talking about bugs that were in the new build, I mean bugs that were already in the live version of the game. I'm not gonna talk about what the bugs are in case maybe they still work, or maybe if you knew about the bug you can find another way to do it, there's just not a reason to. But some of the bugs were very exploitive, so it's good news that they are patched. Some of you may also know that I put a bug bounty out on my server and gave players rewards for submitting bugs, and because of that we were able to find a lot more bugs that we would have probably never known about, so thank you everybody that submitted, I really appreciate it, and I'm sure the guys at Bad Pixel do as well. So, let's talk about the thing that I have been most interested in this update, and that's the sniper rebalance. I'm sure many of you guys know, I recently have been talking about how overpowered the VSD and M99 are, and the team has taken notice. The VSD, finally, is balanced. Its recoil is much higher than it was before, and its ballistic performance has been slightly lowered. More on that in a bit. But the main thing that's changed about the VSD is that its fire rate is now lower than before. So that means you won't see people using the VSD in close quarters combat anymore. And to add on to that, even at medium range, because of that higher recoil, the time to kill is actually going to be a bit less. They're going to have to spend more time getting back on target. But, you know, the VSD is still extremely good. It's still very useful, but I don't think it can be that all-in-one weapon that it used to be. Before this update, people would run a 50 cal on their back and a VSD for close range because it was that good. All you had to do was click on somebody twice. You're not going to be seeing that anymore. And even if you do, it's just not going to be as effective, and probably anybody with like an AK mod could kill somebody with a VSD. So, let's talk about the M99. Not all that much has changed. It has higher recoil, which doesn't matter because you chamber load it. You have to unscope anyways. It has slightly worse handling, and its ballistics, this is the main thing, are a lot worse. So, alright, what do I mean by ballistics? Well, if you don't know already, bullets in Deadside have a set velocity and they have bullet drop, as you can see here. The M99, as some of you know, previously had the same ballistic characteristics as the VSD. Now, its bullets are slower and drop a lot more. This means that it won't be so easy for somebody to instantly kill you from 200 plus meters away. I mean, in my opinion, I think the M99 should be adjusted a little bit more, maybe slower reload time or something, but we'll see how this does. This is a very good change. I think the whole idea is that it still is going to one-tap, and it's still very rewarding. You just have to have a little bit more skill now to hit that one-tap. I'm sure you can do it, but it's definitely not as good as it was before in that respect. Either way, I'm very excited to get back into PvP. I got really sick of fighting people running a VSD and M99, and they're running with 3 other people that are doing the exact same thing. I'm sure they're still going to be using it that way, but I feel like now I just have a more fair chance. And I also feel less bad using these weapons too, which is nice. So, that's pretty much it for this update. I'm sure some of you are disappointed that there really isn't much, and I understand, but the vast majority of the work being done right now is on netcode and optimization, and it's not exciting, I know, but right now the netcode is seriously limiting what this game can do. You guys all want vehicles, right? Well, the netcode has to be taken care of before that's even possible, and that's exactly what they're doing right now. I'm hoping once they get this netcode improved, we can maybe start to see more complicated mechanics be put into the game. Maybe we could have farther player render distances. Maybe we'll start to hear gunshots from much farther away. Server performance just needs to improve, period. I'm sure you guys know once a server fills up, it starts to have trouble once people PvP more. Especially if you don't restart your server often enough. Those bodies start to pile up and all that data starts to slow the server down, so netcode needs to be improved, and that's what they're working on. It just kind of sucks because while they're working on netcode, they're not really working on normal content. But I'm starting to repeat myself, so I will mention there is still a lot going on in the community right now. I'm currently running one of the most unique events that I think I've ever done. We'll see how well it goes, but there's going to be plenty more events in the future. I'm planning to do tournaments, you know, all sorts of fun stuff. I'm also going to be updating and improving some of my previous guides, especially the one on ballistics. I'm still kind of iffy on that one. The guide I'm planning to make on it right now is going to be a serious improvement over the old one, and I'm going to have even more data than before, which is always nice. I also have some other projects I'm working on that I'm not really ready to tell you guys about yet, but make sure to subscribe to the channel so you can see that content when it comes out. Oh, and I'm going to be doing Low Plays Deadside again here soon. It's going to be a bit until I'm able to get to it, but don't worry, I didn't forget about that series. So, I hope you enjoyed this video. That's all I have for now. See you.